Solutions, not suspensions. That's the call by local advocates who say Buffalo schools have one of the highest suspension rates in the entire state.
Right now, we are joined by Jessica Bauer-Walker, co-chair of the BPS Community Health Worker Parent and Student Association, and Rahema Kashindi, a student leader and chair of the association as well. It is a pleasure to have you two. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
So I know there was a press conference last week. For our viewers who may be unfamiliar, let's talk a little bit about this suspension policy. What are your concerns?
Well, Buffalo Schools, for more than a decade since I've been involved, has had very high suspension rates. We have called over and over again as parents and as community advocates. We have students in the mix now, too, saying that they need to do more to lower those suspension numbers, deal with some of the disparities that are related to race, students with disabilities, and economically disadvantaged students, and really do a shift from a punitive system to a restorative system.
And Jessica, can you talk a little bit about some of those disparities? Because I know that was part of the press conference as well, not just these higher rates when compared to other districts across the state, but also some specific disparities. Can you explain those?
Sure. So there's this concept called disproportionality. So if we have a certain number of students that are suspended, we would want to see the same rates for white students versus black students, students with disabilities versus ones that did not have disabilities, higher and lower income students. But in Buffalo, when you look at the numbers, you see very significant disparities, right? So a black student, for instance, is 2.5 times more likely to be suspended than a white student. And even though Buffalo school suspension numbers have gone down slightly, those disparities have actually gone up. So, for instance, white students may be getting suspended a bit less, but it looks like from looking at the data that we've been able to see that black students are suspended even more.
Do you know if there's anything in specific that contributes to that? I mean, are you going to the point where the district is implementing racist initiatives or racist rules? Does it go that far? Is this an intentional thing, or is this just a reflection of what the data is? Now let's find out what the problem is.
Yeah, I'll let Rahema speak to this too, but I don't think it in any way it's intentional. I think the district's actually made a lot of efforts towards doing more culturally and linguistic responsive teaching, but this is a system, right? But I'll bounce it over to Rahema to speak on this too.
I just think a lot of things get lost in translation when it comes to a lot of subjective suspensions, where it's like students are getting suspended off of what teachers may think subjectively is, wrong, and it's called insubordination. And so it's a very vague, term to describe the suspensions that are occurring.
What are you hearing from your peers, being a student leader when it comes to this policy?
I feel like a lot of my peers are very frustrated because they don't understand, and I think it's just again, things are getting lost in translation and the communication piece isn't being had. A lot of these things, my peers have said, can be solved with just a simple conversation, and instead it's been taken to a further level where it's we're not allowed to make mistakes, we're not allowed to actually grow within these negative behaviors. We're just sent home.
What should the solution be? Or, I mean, I imagine there are a number of solutions, of course. What should some of those priorities be for the district to maybe change the tide and bring them more in line with some of the values that you guys are talking about?
Yeah, and this is not just us as parents and students and community advocates. The New York State Education Department put together a Safe Schools Task Force back in 2022. And so the recommendations that they have and we have as well are simple, common sense things like let's eliminate suspensions for pre-K through third grade students. What are 5-year-olds doing that is warranting them being excluded from school? Capping suspensions at 20 days because suspensions can be up to a whole school year. That is extremely damaging for students. And really making this shift from a punitive system to a restorative system. So as Rahema was saying, our students can learn and correct behaviors. They're still children. And so sending them home just to deal with things on their own devices, especially when we are at a district where our students have so many challenges, they need the supports that are in school. We have a lot of data showing that students who are suspended are more likely to be involved in criminal activity and things like that. So we have ways that we can help our children learn appropriate behaviors, give them the supports that deal with these root cause issues, and really keep them in school and safe.
You had mentioned there are a number of groups involved, students, parents alike. There is also a anti-suspension hotline that's been in place for about a year now, right?
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about that hotline.
Yeah, so we launched this hotline with some of our partners with the New York Civil Liberties Union, Western New York Law Center, Legal Aid Bureau, UB Law Law Clinic, Erie County Restorative Justice Coalition. So we have everyone from attorneys to peer advocates. People can request an attorney for a long-term suspension hearing to sometimes there's been a misunderstanding and we are trained in doing restorative practices. We might be able to have a conference with the parent and the principal to really come up with a solution instead of a suspension. So if families are experiencing suspension, they can call that hotline at 716-220-7081 and they can get linked with the appropriate advocate to help their family.
It is an ongoing conversation, one that has been had by these two ladies and the groups that they represent for many years. So you guys are going to continue to do this, and we'll continue to hear about it and cover this important issue.
Thanks so much.
Thank you both for being
Thank you.
here. Appreciate it.